from the heart of Florida's great Northwest. It's radio. Indeed it is. This is Pat Crawford, hoping you'll stay with us for some music and conversation here aboard our stage studio located in the beautiful Museum of Commerce in Pensacola's historic village. Another great night, a great summer night here in Pensacola. We have once again a beautiful, beautiful audience. You are truly beautiful. You are. As I like to say, an audience made for radio. You can take that any way you want. We've got a great show tonight. We've got some old friends on, and we're going to start off with, I can't say one of my older friends because he's not older than I am, but we are old friends. Dale Suggs has been on Radio Live many times, starting way back in the 80s when the show started, which is a long time ago. One of the hardest working traveling musicians that I know, all the things that he in, all the stuff that he does, all the times he's touring. He's widely recognized as one of the founders of trop rock, which has also been popularized by the likes of Jimmy Buffett, Kenny Chesney, and Zach Brown. He began his career in his hometown of Panama City, just down the road, performing a distinctive style at the time he called saltwater music, which evolved into trop rock. And now he's featured in his own chapter in the book Trop Rock: Songs, Stories, and Tales. He's also a real humanitarian. He's known for a lot of his great work in public service and great causes. And what he's been doing since last time I saw him, he's now an author. Has some books out on leadership, and he's been teaching leadership to college students, and it's a great thing that he's doing. He's been nominated 3 times for the prestigious Harry Chapman Humanitarian Award, a distinction he shares with fellow nominees including Yoko Ono, Jackson Browne, Judy Collins, and Elvis Costello. So he's keeping good company, doing great work. We're glad to have him back on Radio Live. Please welcome Mr. Dale Suggs.
Thank you all. Thank you, Pat. So good to be here. Yeah, I'm now being credited as one of the founders of trop rock music. And it's really funny because a friend of mine pointed out, it says, anytime you're heralded as a pioneer, it means you missed the bubble. So that's all right. So I'll start off with a new song that this is for all you weekend warriors. Probably none of you here, but you know what I'm talking about. Weekend warriors are people that go to the beach for the weekend. Yeah, and then they go back home. And the whole time they're home, they're thinking, oh, I wish I could be back at the beach. Yeah. So this is for the weekend awards. It's called Buddies. How can it get any better than this? We got a big cooler loaded with fish, a boat full of friends, and the water's as blue as the sky. A 3-day weekend with money to spare, filling my lungs with that sweet, salty air. You can't have more fun than this, but I'm willing to try. We're having some big fun. Crack open a cold one. Just sit back and watch the sun go down. Fire up the grill. Forget about those bills. Just make sure you got your buddies around. Red sky at night is a sailor's delight. A big flaming sunset that turns into night. Watching the moon and the stars as they shine in the sky. Listening to waves as they crash on the shore. Thinking about good times I had here before. I don't need an excuse, what I need is a good alibi. We're having some big fun. Crack open a cold one. Just sit back and watch the sun go down. Fire up the grill. Forget about those bills. Just make sure you got your buddies around. I know that Monday is rolling around. I gotta pack up and head back to town. Back to the worries and troubles that come every day. Days like today have a place in my mind. I'm gonna think of it all the time. And it won't be very long till I'm back here to stay. I'll be having some big fun. I'll crack open a cold one. Just sit back and watch the sun go down. Fire up the grill. Forget about those bills. Just make sure you got your buddies around. Just make sure you got your buddies around. Thank you. Well, it's ukulele night tonight. There's a couple of them up on stage. My friend John Paul Walter says that ukulele is the teddy bear of the guitar family. They're just so cute, you know. When I pick it up, it's the entire audience smiles when I pick this up. That's one of the reasons I play it. But I like to play songs on the ukulele you don't hear anywhere else. I mean, do you really need to hear somebody else do Soul Sister? You know, Tiptoe Through the Tulips? I don't think so. So I like to do songs that you don't typically hear on the ukulele. This is an old American folk song I'll sing for you. This is, any of you love your job? Yeah, if you love your job, this song is for you. This song was written by a performer who loved his job so much. He just couldn't wait to go to work every day. So that's what it's all about. 24 hours to go. I wanna be sedated. Got no place to do, no place to go. I wanna be sedated. Get me to the airport, get me to the show. Worry, 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 man, I've got to go. Can't control my fingers, can't control my toes. Oh, 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 oh. 24 hours to go. I wanna be sedated. Nothing to do, I got no place to go. I wanna be sedated. Put me in a wheelchair and get me on the plane. Hurry, 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 man, I can't complain. I can't control my fingers, I can't control my brain. Oh, 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 oh. 24 hours to go. I wanna be sedated. Ba, 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 ba. I wanna be sedated. I get the impression you weren't expecting the Ramones. I am a closet plagiarist. Actually, the legal term is unintentional plagiarist, and it's actually a legal term. You remember there was a band in the 60s called the Beatles? Remember the Beatles? And one of the members of the Beatles was this guy named George Harrison. Remember George Harrison? George Harrison had a huge hit record. He was the first member of the Beatles who actually had a hit record after the Beatles. You remember what it was? My Sweet Lord. Yeah, great song, great song. Everybody loved that song. Everybody loved that song, especially the Chiffons. Because what he had done was steal the melody from the Chiffons, He's So Fine, and reworked it as My Sweet Lord. Well, they sued him, of course, and when it came before the judge said, Mr. Harrison, you were like one of the greatest composers of the 20th century. I know you didn't do this on purpose. This just came out of your head. It was just unintentional plagiarism. And so he paid them a share of the royalties, and they went away happy, and he went away happy. And I thought, what a cool thing. So I wrote this song. It was the title song of my CD, Living Deliberately. And the idea behind the song is that how sometimes we plan out our lives too much. They're too planned. We should just let things happen sometimes. Maybe live our lives a little more organically and not quite so structured. And so I played this song for a friend of mine after the CD came out, and he said, it's so cool how you took that great idea from Henry David Thoreau. I went to the woods because I wanted to live deliberately. wrote a song about it. I went, oh, that was too good to be an original line. Too late for an easy answer. Too long looking for the truth. We go pondering the questions, searching for an absolute. We make it so hard. Our personal tyranny. And we live our lives living deliberately. Each day starts with some reflection. Which way are you gonna choose? How much do you wanna suffer in this life that you pursue? We make it so hard. Our personal tyranny. And we spend our time living deliberately. Reality is our creation. The world around comes from within. So live a life that makes you happy. Make it true, do not pretend. So we put it all in motion. This is where it all begins. Sightless in a world of wonder. When we know just how it ends. We'll make it so hard. Personal tyranny. And we spend our time living deliberately.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dale. Mr. Dale Suggs, and he will be back with us in the second half of the program. And the program is Radio Live. Support for Radio Live comes from South Market Restaurant and Bar with locations in Pace and downtown in Pensacola's historic district, right next to the Museum of Commerce. South Market's open for lunch, dinner, weekend brunch. and before and after Radio Live on the first Thursday of every month. Information is available online at eatsouthmarket.com. All right. These next folks who are up here with me right now, we had them on the show last year for the first time and couldn't wait to get them back. Tina and her pony is Ohio native Tina Collins and Quetzal Jordan, who was born in Vancouver but raised in Tampa by her Guatemalan mother. Both Tina and Quetzal are classically trained musicians who first toured together as part of Over Under Yonder, a 5-piece band that played songs from Tina's debut album, Journey Onward. She composed most of the songs for that album as she thru-hiked the Appalachian Trail from Maine to Georgia in 2006. Yeah. After that tour, Tina and Quetzal spent 2 years holed up in the high desert town of Taos, New Mexico, making music and friends and becoming one of the iconic artist colony's most beloved performing artists. They released their self-titled debut album in March of 2012. Their follow-up album, Champion, was released in 2017. Please welcome Tina and her pony.
Thank you so much, Pat. Thank you all for being here. We're so happy to be back at Radio Live. We're going to play a song for you that just comes straight from the dream world, and this is a new song that hasn't been recorded yet, so we're super excited to play it for you. This one's called Right Time. Do you want to add anything to that?
Oh, I wrote the song after Tina woke up one day and was like, I had the coolest dream. And I was like, what was the dream? And then I got inspired and wrote the song. She grew up in Ohio.
Once I thought I'd try. In my dreams I'll find you. In my dreams I'll keep you there. Oh, tell me that you love me. Tell me that you love me. Once it was the right time. Once you caught me in the air. In my dreams I'll find you.
Thank you. So I'm from Tampa. Tina's from Ohio, and I'm from Tampa. So this is my song about my hometown. I love Florida. Mountains are cool, but I miss the beach.
I can't remember why I called. Guess I called just to say hello. That I'm moving back to my hometown, looking for something that I just don't know. So tell me, babe, do you remember my name? Don't you remember all those wicked games we played together in the middle of the night? Was I wrong? Was I right? And if you should see me down at the bar, write me a letter, leave it on the windshield of my car. If you still love me, then please say so. Write me a letter so I finally know. Write me a letter so I finally know. I remember when it started to fall. Told you that I loved you in the bathroom stall. I cried as I watched you drive away. I still love you, it'll always be that way. So tell me, babe, do you remember my name? Don't you remember all those wicked games we played together in the middle of the night? Riding in the backseat, I closed my eyes. Riding in the backseat, we were riding in the backseat. Oh, yes, riding in the back. We were riding in the back. That was so many years ago, before I dreamed of New Mexico. Now I'm back in my hometown, and I'm giving you a call to see if you're around. I'm just giving you a call to see if you're around.
Thank you. I really like to make music that lowers the heart rate. I don't know if you caught on to that. We're pretty chill.
So those last two were new songs. We've been touring pretty heavily since we put out our Champion album in November 2017, and just took a little break over the winter to do a little songwriting, and those are two of the songs that came out of that. And if you were here last time and you picked up our first CD, you might recognize this next song. This one is from that CD, and it's called Sweet Love. It's an unrequited love song.
Is this the way it's gonna be? You're always running away from me. You think that some other woman is gonna love you more than I could. I swear that I'd forget about you, but that's the last thing I wanna do. So I'm gonna come right down south, place a sweet kiss upon your mouth. Honey, don't be afraid. You don't have to be afraid. 'Cause when you follow that feeling, sweet love I'll be dealing. When you follow that feeling. So do you think that maybe you'd kiss me back and then you'd say to me, well, you're the prettiest gal I've ever seen. We treat you right and you can be my queen. I'm not gonna let you slip away. You're too damn sweet if you don't mind me saying it. Well, you're a fine, good-looking lady. Look at me and I go crazy. Ooh, for your love, crazy for your love. And when I get that feeling, sweet love I'll be dealing. When I get that feeling, sweet love I'll be dealing.
Thank you so very much. We've got one last tiny song for you, and this one is from the Champion album. And this is a great song to have sung at your wedding if you're thinking about getting married. Call us. This one's called I Can Love You Better.
I can love you better. I can love you when you're mine, oh mine. I'll build a house so fine, and in this house we will sing. And in this house we will fight. And in this house we will love. Hear the floors creak at night. And in our room I will swoon to you. In the light of the moon, you will see me come to you. Taken by taken by your beauty, I will come to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Quetzal. Tina and her pony, and they also will be back with us in the second half of the program. The program's Radio Live. We do this live the first Thursday of each month down here in the Museum of Commerce in the Pensacola Historic Village, and it airs on WUWF 88.1 FM. We are listener-supported radio from the University of West Florida. These folks that are up with me right now, another group that has been on Radio Live many times over the years, way back in the day. Actually, they predate Radio Live by a few years, I'd say. For those of you who were alive and living in Pensacola in 1973, which, looking around the audience, I'd say that's most of you. Maybe not living here, but definitely you were alive. They got their start here in Pensacola. At that time, the group was known as Laughter, and was active in the local scene until they relocated to Louisiana in 1976. 1989, they changed their name to Smithfield Fair, but through it all, they've continued to perform throughout North America and have just released their 32nd album, Gospel-esque. As they've done from the beginning, their focus is original songs done in their typically uncommon manner with harmony vocals and acoustic instrumentation. Jan, Bob, and Dudley Bryan are the group's longest-running lineup, and their music is heard worldwide on such satellite programs as Sirius and Pandora, as well as on television, in film, and on internet programs. Please join me in welcoming, once again to Radio Live, Smithfield Fair.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's always good to be back in Pensacola. It's like a homecoming, so thank you for having us.
And for all the people who are dead who weren't able to make it, y'all just tell them for us, okay? Just pass it along.
At times I need a place to go, a place to call my own, somewhere where the air is easy and darkness is unknown. That's when I'll find me a place in your heart, a place in the sun where the dark won't dim the light of your love, your love. I'll learn the things that love has shown me and pray for one more day. Then I'll turn and smile at you. You're all the things I pray. And that's when I'll find me a place in your heart, a place in the sun where the dark won't dim the light of your love, your love. A sudden storm, I find a night spirit, I ride the wheels of love itself. Can you hear it? Yeah. I need to find a way home to you. Something's come over me, there's nothing that I can do. That's when I'll find me a place in your heart, a place in the sun where the dark won't dim the light of your love. Oh, and that's when I'll find me a place in your heart, a place in the sun where the dark won't dim the light of your love. Your love won't dim the light of your love. Oh,
Thank you very much.
In 1974, when we were in Pensacola, our manager, Tom English, got us signed to a label out of Nashville called Great World of Sound Records, and we recorded up in Nashville a single called Northwind City Lights. Never came out, one of those classic music industry stories. That was the actual first single that did come out, Place in Your Heart, from 1977.
Way back then.
You may have heard it on the jukeboxes.
It was big on jukeboxes back then. This is a tune of Jan's I'm awfully fond of, called Flowers in Her Hair.
Across the painted desert, where the sand meets the sea, deep inside a memory lives the girl I used to be. She's got flowers in her hair, freedom on her mind, and a hint of melancholy for what she left behind. She believed what they all told her. It was whispered soft and low, that beauty was beyond her, like a pretty pot of gold. So she traveled toward the light, through time and wind and night, like a comet in the air, like a wild unbroken mare. Can't tell you what she found there, or why she had to leave, but what she left behind there, she never did retrieve. If you go to San Francisco, you may see her floating by on the misty, smoky water, when the moon is full and high. She's got flowers in her hair, freedom on her mind. She's a melancholy angel. She's the girl I left behind. She's got flowers in her hair, freedom on her mind. She's a melancholy angel. She's the girl I left behind.
We usually don't talk about personal things, but it's nice to have a wife who writes such songs because you wake up in the morning and she says, you got to hear this. You and I are open to speculation. We're only a theory at this time. Watch and see and you'll know as we get closer. Wait and see what's revealed as we unwind. And then we can dance. If you'll just take my hand. If you're open to chance, then we can dance. We're the hope of the coming generation, the possibilities of a true romance. Time and time again, this second guessing. But comes a time where you have to grab the chance, and then we can dance. If you'll just take my hand. If you're open to chance, then we can dance. Shuffle our feet in nervous anticipation. Shuffle some more in uncertain situations. Add a beat for physical negotiation. Love can come with intense inspiration. Then we can dance. If you'll just take my hand. If you're open to chance, then we can dance. Then we can dance. If you'll just take my hand. If you're open to chance, then we can dance. Maybe we're no longer speculation.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and thank you for our dancers. We appreciate that. They did a great job. Y'all provide everything here, you know, dancers.
This next song is sort of part and parcel of the fabric of us and UWF. Enid Siskin came to us and asked, would we consider writing a song about radio or making one available or changing one to fit radio? Pat said, yeah, we're going to do this radio programming promotion type thing, and so we jumped into it. We said we're going to do it. And the next song is that song that we did, Radio. It talks about how when people of a certain age were younger, radio was all important. It meant the world. You could hear the world on the radio. And it was a powerful thing in our upbringing. It was part and parcel of who we are. And so we will do that for you tonight. This is for Pat's wife, who can't be here tonight because she's...
No, she's here. She's
Okay.
here.
Oh, she flew in all
Sonia.
the way. Right. What
Let's
is
hear
that
it for
song?
Sonia.
Sarah's off on a turnaround, flying gambling fools to the Holy Land, Las Vegas. Not Sarah, but you. I thought you were in the air somewhere. Good thing, yeah. So here you are, for you. This is Radio.
When we were small, radio was king, a door to the world, admission free, with glimpses of places that we longed to go. It offered dreams to hold, and as we grew, radio was there. It changed us all and gave us songs to share. We could ride the evening airwaves till the morning's glow. Anywhere we'd go, on the radio, on the radio, on the radio, on the radio, on the road or at home. We are never alone when you want to know how goes the world. Let the dial roll to the radio, to the radio, on the radio, on the radio. Every day we wake, something else has changed, something has been lost, something has been gained. It is now a global family we're connected to, and orchestrate us through is the radio, a magic carpet ride, a voice of hope, illuminated dial, like a beacon in the night, a universal key, and it still is free, and it still is king. Radio is still is king. On the road or alone, we are never alone when you want to know how goes the world. Let the dial roll to the radio, to the radio, on the radio, to the radio, on the radio, to the radio, on the radio.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be back.
Thank you for that, folks. Smithfield Fair, they're going to be back with us in the second half of the program this evening. We are kind of in our midpoint right now. I need to remind you that this is Radio Live, coming to you live this evening from the Museum of Commerce, its home in Pensacola's historic village. Support for Radio Live comes from our friends at South Market Restaurant and Bar, with locations in Pace and downtown right here in Pensacola's historic district, actually right next to the Museum of Commerce. South Market's open for lunch, dinner, weekend brunch, and before and after Radio Live on the first Thursday of every month, like tonight. Information is available online at eatsouthmarket.com. Support also comes from members of the RadioLive 25. These folks who go way above and beyond to support this program, and you can recognize them if they're wearing their lanyards tonight. And I tell you, if you see somebody wearing one of the RadioLive 25 lanyards, you need to give them a great big hug. I think most of them are okay with personal space, so I think that'll probably be okay. But just do that and let them know how much you appreciate what they're doing. Our friends, Mr. Dale Suggs is here with us again, speaking of good things, and we are certainly ready to hear some more from you, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you. So great to be back at Radio Live. I love public radio. Like Pat said earlier, I've been doing this show really almost since its very inception. I've done a lot of public radio shows. I've done radio shows with David Dye, World Cafe, and Garrison Keeler. A lot of different folks involved with public radio. But of course, my crowning joy is the fact that I had one of my songs actually played, not just on the Midnight Special, but on the greatest public radio show ever released, Car Talk. The crowning moment of my career right there. So, click and clack, the Tappet Brothers, yeah. Well, I discovered actually through public radio this amazing music called Zydeco music. I know you've all heard Zydeco. You guys love Zydeco. You're sort of here at the edge of the Cajun belt, you know, so you get that here. I'd never heard it live, and I actually was booked to open a concert one time for the world's greatest Zydeco band, Nathan and the Zydeco Cha-Chas. Yeah, and if you've been to Louisiana, you know they're like the kings of the rock and roll, the most amazing Zydeco band. And when I was through opening for them and heard their set, I was so excited about Zydeco music. I said, I'm going to go home and write a Zydeco song. Now, if you're an artist, you'll recognize this, but something happens about halfway through the creative process where you look at yourself and you go, what was I thinking? And I got halfway through the song and I thought, why are you trying to write a Zydeco song? You're not from Louisiana. You're not Cajun. You don't know nothing about that stuff. And then it dawned on me, what is the world's greatest Cajun song? The one Cajun song that everybody on the planet knows. You can sing the words of this song anywhere and they will sing them back to you. Goodbye, Joe, me gotta go. Jambalaya. Who wrote Jambalaya? Hank Williams from Montgomery, Alabama. Okay, at least I grew up on the bayou, okay, in Panama City. So I wrote a Cajun love song called The Battle of the Bayou, Josie. She go down to the bayou every day right at 3. She go down to the bayou, get some crawfish for me. She don't worry about gators, she don't worry none. She don't worry about gators, she's always packing a gun. She cooked the best stew that you ever tasted, Creole gumbo and etouffee, red beans, rice, andouille sausage. Wash it all down with cafe au lait. She can tear up the dance floor every Saturday night. She can wear out the dance floor till they shoot out the lights. But don't get her started singing, she sounds like she's calling hogs. Don't get her started singing, she scare off all your dogs. She cooked the best stew that you ever tasted, Creole gumbo and etouffee, red beans, rice, andouille sausage. Wash it all down with cafe au lait. Her mama don't like me, I'm gonna change her mind. Her mama don't like me, just give me some time. So I love Bayou Josie, and she loves me too. I love Bayou Josie, et toi, merci beaucoup, et toi, aïe. Zydeco, aïe. Yeah. Thank you. Well, I'll do something else weird on the ukulele for you. I was toying with my ukulele songs and thinking, what would they like to hear? Pink Floyd, the Muppets, Jimi Hendrix, Judy Garland, ZZ Top, yeah. Doors, yeah. There's a time to love Doors music. Adolescence. That's pretty much it. Let's see if you remember this one. Just sing along with me. Dream last night I was on the boat to heaven. By some chance I had brought my dice along. And as I stood and I shouted somewhat faintly, that's thank the Lord. And the people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. The people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. 'Cause the devil will pull you under by the pointed collar of your checkered coat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. There I was on that little boat to heaven. Just by chance, I found a bottle in my fist. And there I stood, lightly passing out the whiskey. But the passengers, they all knew to resist. And the people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. The people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. 'Cause the devil will pull you under by the pointed collar of your checkered coat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. As I laughed at those passengers around me, a big old wave came and washed me overboard. And as I sank and I shouted, someone save me, that's the moment that I woke up, thank the Lord. And the people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. The people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will pull you under by the pointed collars of your aloha shirt. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. Okay, so you got the Ramones and show tunes on the ukulele tonight, so I aim to please. Well, this will be my last song tonight's show, so I want to do a new song for you that I really, really like a lot. And I think you will too. This is called At the Shore. There is such a place I never want to leave. It overflows with beauty, almost too much to believe. Peaceful are the hours I gaze into the blue. Put the world behind me. It's my favorite thing to do. You can see life much clearer at the shore. The future seems much nearer at the shore. Everything's in focus. Life seems so complete at the shore.
And when it rains, oh, it's such a sight to see. Water striking water, and it mixes tenderly. Sometimes there is lightning, there's fireworks in the sky. Well, I may not know the answer, but there's no need to ask why. You can see life much clearer at the shore. The future seems much nearer at the shore. Everything's in focus. Life seems so complete at the shore. And if I go to heaven, well, I know where it will be. Won't be in the mountains, the desert, or the sea. 'Cause there is this oasis where the ocean meets the land. If you want to find me, follow footprints in the sand. You can see life much clearer at the shore. The future seems much nearer at the shore. Everything's in focus. Life seems so complete at the shore. At the shore.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Del. Mr. Del Suggs. All right. Just a reminder, you're listening to Radio Live. There's many ways you can listen to Radio Live. You can come the first Thursday and actually be a part of the live audience, which is really fun, as all of those who are here know. Or you can tune in at 88.1 FM. You can also listen to it online at wuwf.org. And if you missed the show and you want to hear it later, we also have it available as podcasts now, and you can go to wuwf.org/podcast, and you'll find the whole listing of all the Radio Live programs, and you can pick which one you want to listen to and listen to it anytime you want to. So keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that all of our artists tonight have merchandise here. Good stuff. You can take part of the artist home with you in the form of their merchandise. And so check that out, please, while you're here tonight before you leave, and have something to take home with you to remember the show. We would appreciate it. They would appreciate it as well, I'm sure. Once again, joining us, our friends Tina and her pony.
It was on one fine March morning when I bid New Orleans adieu. I was on the road to Jacksontown, my fortune to renew. I could stall for money, no credit could I gain. Poncha train. I sat aboard a railway car beneath the morning sun. Then I rode the rest till evening when I lay me down again. All strangers, they're no friends to me, till a dark girl towards me came. Then I fell in love with a Creole girl on the lakes of Pontchartrain. I said, my pretty Creole girl, my money here's no good. If it weren't for the alligators, I won't sleep out in the woods. You're welcome here, kind stranger. Our house is very plain, but we never turn a stranger out on the lakes of Pontchartrain. She took me into her mama's house, and she treated me right well. Her hair upon her shoulders and jet black ringlets fell. To try to paint her beauty, I'm sure would be in vain. So handsome was my Creole girl on the lakes of Pontchartrain. I asked her would she marry me, and she said it never would be, for she had got another and he was off at sea. She said that she would wait for him, and faithful she'd remain, waiting for her sailor on the lakes of Pontchartrain. So fare thee well, my bonny old gal, I will never see you no more, but I won't forget your kindness in that cottage by the shore. At every social gathering, a flowing glass I'll raise. Then I'll drink a health to the Creole girl on the lakes of Pontchartrain. And that's the end.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. We felt the Louisiana vibe, so we thought we'd go along with that.
Now that's a traditional song, of course, and touring this Champion album has brought us so many places. We got to do our first ever Europe tour last fall. It was super fun, and we went to the UK as well, and we had a really cool experience where we were in a Scottish pub, and in my memory we were on the bar, you know, singing, but we weren't really, we were just on the floor. But this place was packed to the gills, and everyone was very vivacious. It was like a Friday night, and we started singing that song, and the whole place went silent, and it was just like, I was like, this is how the pubs always are, right? It was really, really fun. So we're gonna do another song from the Champion album, and this one's called I'm the Same. Catch a ride on time, killing all the false guides in my life. Could you
feeling fine, singing I'm alright, I'm alright, singing I'm alright, I'm alright, I'm alright. My eyes, they were open, and my face, it was strange, and the day that I wake up, there won't be any lies, no more lies, no more lies, no more lies, no more lies, and so inside, and so well, I feel my life coming on. It's coming on.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. So we do happen to be on tour right now, and we tour a lot. So if you're ever interested in where we're playing, that's all on our website, tinaandherpony.com. And if you're more interested in shenanigans, that's more like the social media world. But we're out there. Come find us.
Recently posted a video of me on a slip and slide going into a pool and grabbing a donut that was made out of plastic. It was a giant donut. You should go check it out. It's a good time. It's really good. I promise you're going to laugh. It's really good.
So we're going to leave you with with this.
Yeah, we want to thank Radio Live for having us because this place it's very needed. It's very cool. It's been around for a long time. Yeah, I really appreciate what you're doing. Thank you. You might know this one. Think if you will a picture of you and I engaged in a kiss. Sweat of your body covers me. Can you, my darling, can you picture this?
Dream if you will, a courtyard, an ocean of violets in bloom. Animals strike curious poses. They feel the heat between me and.
How can you just leave me standing alone in a world so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
Touch, if you will, my stomach. Feel how it trembles inside. You got the butterflies all tied up. Don't make me chase you, even doves have.
How can you just leave me standing alone in a world so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here with y'all. Thank you.
Tina and her pony. Yeah. All right. You're listening to Radio Live, coming to you live from the Museum of Commerce in the Pensacola Historic Village. And we are having some kind of fun tonight down here. Support for Radio Live comes from our friends at South Market Restaurant and Bar, with locations in Pace and downtown in Pensacola's historic district, right next to this Museum of Commerce. South Market's open for lunch, dinner, weekend brunch, and before and after Radio Live on the first Thursday of every month. Information is available online at eatsouthmarket.com. And we're going to wrap things up tonight with one more set from our good friends from Louisiana, so they can get back home before the storm gets there, hopefully.
Wouldn't want to miss it.
Oh, I'm sure of that. We will wish them well as they pass by the bowl over there. Once again, our friends Smithfield Fair.
Thanks. You know, last time we were here, there was a hurricane coming through, so wouldn't want it any different. It might be disappointing. 1, 2, 3.
The leaves changed and time changed. The clock fell back at 2, and we fell back in love. I got a second chance with you. A second cup of coffee, a second more of you. A second chance was chance enough to get me back to you. A second more, a dream of another day with you. Sometimes a second chance is all we need to get through. Morning came late with another dream or two, and in the hazy fog of bliss and you, my crazy dream came true. A second cup of coffee, a second more of you. A second chance was chance enough to get me back to you. A second more to dream of another day with you. Sometimes a second chance is all we need to get us through. A second cup of coffee, a second more of you. A second chance was chance enough to get me back to you. A second more to dream of another day with you. Sometimes a second chance is all we need to get us through.
Well, Del did in his set a song about Louisiana, and then I think Tina and her pony did a song, Lakes of the Pontchartrain. So since we're actually from Louisiana, I think it would be incumbent upon us to follow up with something about Louisiana.
Standing here on this muddy bank, waiting for the river to rise, waiting for the paddle wheel to come. Riverboat, take me to New Orleans once more.
It's been raining in the Delta, the cypress is once again green. So I booked my passage all the way down to New Orleans. I'm going to meet a lady who rules my heart like a queen. So I'm waiting here for the riverboat to take me down to New Orleans.
Standing here on this muddy bank, waiting for the river to rise, waiting for the paddle wheel to come. Riverboat, take me to New Orleans once more.
I put up with drought and famine. I've struggled too long on the farm. The crops have all failed and the soil is spent. Today is unseasonably warm. When rain comes, the river is rising, and the dust has washed away clean. So I'm waiting here for the riverboat to take me down to New Orleans.
Standing here on this muddy bank, waiting for the river to rise, waiting for the paddle wheel to come. Riverboat, take me to New Orleans once more.
Steam wheel
Riding on the river,
steam wheel
riding on the river.
steam wheel, take me down the river to New Orleans once more.
take me down the river to New Orleans once more. Standing here on this muddy bank, waiting for the river to rise, waiting for the paddle wheel to come. Riverboat, take me to New Orleans once more. Riverboat, take me to New Orleans once more. Riverboat, take me to New Orleans once more. Something maybe a little quirky. Jaw Marbles. Thank you. I'd like to thank Pat and the crew for having us here.
And you all.
It's a wonderful thing. We've enjoyed being here all the time. I can die now every time we play here and go to heaven because it just doesn't get much better for a singer-songwriter. So thanks to the crew for Radio Live.
The wonderful crew from Radio Live.
And we just put out our 32nd album. It's a gospel album, but it's, as Pat said, we're a little uncommon in the way we look at things. So our idea of gospel is more gospel-esque. So we'll close with this one. This is called Going to the Promised Land.
John out in the wilderness, preparing for the way of the Lord. Swing low, fiery chariot, take Elijah home. Mighty Moses, great and strong, all watches the Israelites go. Going to the promised land, going to the promised land. Lazarus dead and buried, brought back from the grave. Jonah in the belly of the whale got a wicked Nineveh saved. Pinchy, weary, sinful world, return from your wicked ways. Go into the promised land. Go into the promised land. Jesus, lead us.
Jesus, lead
to the promised land.
to the promised land.
Jesus, lead us.
Jesus, lead
to the
us
promised land. Go into the promised land. I'm out in the wilderness, waiting on the day of the Lord. Swing low, fiery chariot, take this body back home. Waiting for that glory day through the pearly gates of God. Going to the promised land. Going to the promised land. Jesus, lead us.
Jesus, lead
to the promised land.
to the promised land.
Jesus, lead us.
Jesus, lead
to the promised land. Going to the promised land. Swing low, sweet chariot. Swing low, sweet chariot. Gotta dance right through those pearly gates till this old world will run. Going to the promised land. Going to the promised land. Going to the promised land. Going to the promised land.
Thank you. Good night and God bless.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Smithfield Fair.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for that benediction. I want to thank our artists tonight, Smithfield Fair, Tina and her pony, and Dell Suggs. Radio Live is a production of WUWF Public Media at the University of West Florida. Our technical director is Mr. Dale Regal. Our broadcast mix master tonight is Jeff Jordan. Our house sound is engineered by Tom Skinner. Master control this evening is being masterly controlled by Bob Barrett. Our videographers are Teresa Clark, Corbin McCoy, and Chuck Dunlap. Our video director is Quentin Williams. Our house managers are Trish Allison and Jenny McKeon. Our stage manager is everyone's favorite Jewish mother, Enid Siskin. This is Pat Crawford reminding you to keep your mind on your driving, your heart on the coast, and your ears on public radio. Good night, everyone. See you next month.